To gradually return. Today, coaches returned to NFL facilities, and the league sent a memo out about players returning soon as well. Atlanta United held its first full team workout today since March, and the Georgia Bulldogs and the rest of the SEC returned to work. Our UGA insider, Roddy Nabulsi, giving us the details of the Dogs returning.
I'm standing in front of the University of Georgia Bulldogs football facility, a facility that has not been used for months. Since March, none of the Georgia players have been allowed inside, but that changed this morning. June 8th, the SEC, the NCAA allowed players to voluntarily arrive on campus and work out with their teammates. There are coaches involved to make sure that any of the guys using the workout equipment are doing so safely, but the coaches are not allowed to have practices yet. That's coming down the road. These are voluntary. The players do not have to be here, but we did find out that every freshman in Georgia's #1 signing class has arrived. We're looking at 100% participation from the Georgia Bulldogs inside.